So, yeah. I'm gonna try this making videos while driving thing. I don't know, it's such a good idea. Probably not. The freeway's pretty open right now. Whatever that's worth, fucking assholes. God, I'm fucking doing 80. This dude's fucking on my ass already. Jesus. California drivers, I'm from here for the most part. I mean, but yeah, it's just like, if you're like not doing 20 over the speed limit on the freeway, like you're going slow. Yeah, you know, funny thing happened the other day, man. I was heard some commotion outside of my mom's residence. I was over there, and she lives in like a senior retirement community. I went and checked it out, and there's like this fucking old lady who I know. I've known her for a few years. She's been living there forever, and she's just a fucking bitch. I mean, she's one of those old people that just you know, are miserable. Like none of her kids will talk to her. You know, I mean, she lives in a nice place though. The retirement community is pretty nice, but it's just one of those unhappy, mean, bitter people. That's really all there is to it. Just, you know, hates life and blames everybody for everything. You know, kind of like my ex. But yeah, you know, and she was out there like, and she wouldn't let this guy in. It's a kind of a gated community. You gotta like bust people in the gate, or they have to call people or whatever. And she wouldn't let this fucking guy in. I looked out there, you know, and it's a fucking delivery guy. Like he's clearly, you know, he's got like cars, his delivery, whatever on it, you know. He's clearly there for a reason, you know. He's a delivery guy. He's working, so I was like, hey, just let the fucking dude in, you know. Cool, you know. He's like, you know, he's got to call up first. He can't just come in here. We locked fucking, you know, this is locked residence, blah, blah, blah. I was like, what? I'm like, what the fuck? Are you security or something? Look, the guy's a delivery guy. And she like wouldn't let me out of the door. So I wasn't actually trying to let him in. I was trying to get the fuck out of the door. I was going to go smoke. And then she like wouldn't let me out of the door and like stood in my way and shit. I'm like, come on, move, just get the fuck out of the way. And I started kind of yelling at her because she was pissing me off. And she kind of like walked up to me with her hand cocked like she was gonna slap me or something. And I just like put my hand out like this, just extended my fingers like that, put my arm out, and like, you know, stopped her from like getting any closer. I didn't push her, anything like that. I just put my hand out and she like walked up until she hit the ends of my fingers and just stopped. And she goes, oh, that does it now. That does it now. You just hit me. I was like, hit you? Fucking out of your mind. I didn't hit you. I barely even touched you. She's like, you just hit me. And there's another guy out there, a guy, I love this guy, his name's Charles. He's a blind guy. And I was like, Charles, you see that? He's like, he didn't say anything. And like, I was like, well, you know, as a child, I didn't hit her. And like, he started to say something, and then she cut him off. She's like, that's it. And she like pouted off, and like, she went and called the cops and shit. You know, and I was out working on my car, and the cop comes up, you know, he's underneath my car, get out from my car. I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, well, you know, did you get into an altercation earlier? I'm like, no, not an altercation. I'm like, got into a yelling match with somebody, and that was about it. He's like, okay, well, she says you hit her. I was like, yeah, well, there's a blind guy who was a witness. And he kind of looked at me like, really? And I was like, yeah, he's really blind, and he was there. He's like, yeah, she doesn't sound like she's really got her story straight, and nobody really seems to be you know, real willing to vouch for her either. And I asked around, and they said that you're a good guy, that, you know, you've been coming and going around these parts for years. So, well, I'm just going to assume that she's not being completely, you know, trustful or honest with me. And all right, he's like, just stay away from her. All right. So nothing really came of it, although that fucking bitch, she went around and like told like the entire complex, like not literally knocking on people's doors. People that like know me and know her. The place isn't that big. It has like maybe 50 units. So I'd say she knocked on like, I don't know, at least a dozen doors telling people that I fucking hit her and shit. It's like, thank God she's got a reputation for being belligerent, being obnoxious and shit. So hopefully nothing comes of it. Well, I mean, nothing's gonna come of it. Hopefully, like nobody believes her, because that's kind of fucked, you know. And you know, women, I don't care if you're old, I don't care if you're mad, I don't care if you're angry, whatever. Women that falsely accuse men of any sort of abuse like that, any sort of physical abuse, you know, they should actually, in my opinion, if it's false, of course, they should actually have to serve the amount of time that the person that they accused would have had to serve if they got convicted. So say, like my ex, who accused me, well, she told a cop that I raped her and then later backed out and said, no, okay, because the cop scared her into telling the truth and told her he was going to take her to jail. The cop knew she was lying. But she tried to. She tried to accuse me of rape. And, you know, I mean, I think that she should go to jail for rape. You know, she also, my ex, crazy, she also fucking spent, a good part of our relationship, about half of our relationship, and still continues to this day telling people that I was physically abusive to gain attention and to file false claims with Social Security, saying that, you know, she has PTSD and shit because I abused her and shit, and now she's like traumatized and can't work. Truth is, well, I never abused her whatsoever. There's never any physical abuse on my side. I've got fucking like 8 police reports on her, 3 of which are for felony, or 3 of which are for battery. One's just a felony, and yet I think she has no evidence because it never happened. And yet somehow people still believe her. I think the only person that believes her anymore is her mother. But anyway, these people fucking need to, you know, they should be punished. They should be punished. You can't make allegations like that. I mean, that is like that is the worst of like type of person. That is the type of person that will say anything and do anything to hurt you. I mean, why would you make something up like that? Why would you make something up that somebody raped you or somebody physically abused you if it's not true? Why? Why do people do that? I don't know. I think mainly to gain attention because they're narcissistic and they're completely self-absorbed and selfish, and all they care about in this world is themselves. And they want to get attention. In my ex's case, that's what it was, but it was also a way to try to justify and explain the unexplainable, which is how she could fucking be so goddamn psychotic and fucking violent. You know, when her mother found that shit out with the police reports during court, she had to say something. She had to make up an excuse, and there is no excuse. There's no excuse for being violent. There's no excuse for, you know, being completely fucking psycho. So that's the only excuse she could think of is, oh, he was physically abusive, which probably worked because that probably, I think her mom got smacked around. I think that, you know, allows her mom to think that maybe, you know, she wasn't in her right mind. And I think that also plays along with my ex saying that she was been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, which is bullshit. I mean, she's not. She's just fucking psychotic. She's bipolar. She's a narcissist. She's completely selfish and self-absorbed. And she's fucking severely and extremely immature. Not to mention a liar and a cheater. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't mean she's borderline personality disorder. People with borderline personality disorder, they don't let outside. They're institutionalized. They don't go outside, which is what they should do to my ex. But yeah, so people that fucking do that shit, I don't care if you're 70 years old, like this chick that recently did it to me, this woman, or my fucking crazy ass ex. It doesn't matter. People like that should just fucking have to eat it. Have to do the time that the people that they accused would have had to do if they found guilty.